will be looking at the University of Ghana residential fees. Now, management justified 60% increment for traditional halls. Let's take a look at this report that was brought earlier yesterday, and we'll come back and then we'll delve into the conversations.
Within the University of Ghana, an institution embodying the nation's aspirations, a persistent challenge revolves around providing accommodation for its growing student population. Despite this ongoing struggle, the university administration has consistently worked to address accommodation issues, including constructing new hall facilities. A pivotal moment arose in the 2022-2023 academic year when the university introduced the in-out-out system to tackle accommodation shortages and integrate first-year students seamlessly. In the previous academic year, traditional hall fees were 1,500 Ghana cedis, marking a 60% increase. Despite dissent among students and parents, the university maintained its decision. Now, a significant financial shift has occurred, with residential user fees soaring from 1,500 Ghana cedis to 2,400 Ghana cedis per student for the academic year, a substantial 60% increase. Mr. Frederick Bediako, a parent of a first-year student, highlights the challenges of navigating these fees, shedding light on the limited alternatives available to families facing similar predicaments.
The costs of living now, looking at the cost of living, we just finished with Christmas, New Year, and admissions are in. So when you raise this hall fee to this amount, it brings or puts burden to us, the parents, because we need to pay fees, and then we need to pay this accommodation as well, hall fees as well. So it is greatly, a toll on us. Some of us, I wouldn't say all of us, but some of us, it's really difficult. And we wish the government or the school management would, going forward, do something about it, because I may be able to pay, but somebody will not be able to pay. And it is going to create a whole lot of mess for some of the students.
Responding to concerns, the university's management clarifies the rationale behind the fee increment. Dr. Margaret Amankwa-Poku, head of halls, explains that the increase is necessary to cover rising costs in maintaining halls and ensuring they remain in top-notch condition.
I mentioned that it's becoming increasingly difficult to maintain the hall and the facilities. If you work out the 1,500, you'll be amazed to know that it comes out to be a little over 6 cedis a day for a student. Yes, about 46 cedis a week, a little over 46 cedis, and that cannot be used to maintain the hall. A lot of things have increased. A typical one is the janitorial services in the halls. So Volta Hall, for example, we're paying about 13,000 cedis a month for janitorial services. It's gone up to 28,000 cedis, more than doubled. And other things have gone up. A lot of goods and services, price have increased in a lot of goods and services. So it became necessary for us to increase the residential user facility fees.
Dr. Amankwa-Poku also cautions parents against falling victim to accommodation scams.
I want to caution students, parents, guardians, the public, that please be wary of the fraudulent people who are purporting to be offering accommodation. Just today, we've had people come in saying that they've been awarded a bed. So what they are doing is that they print the same information that the students who got the beds online have, and then they have given a mobile money number for students to pay. So innocent students are paying to a number they don't know. They are going to the halls, and then they are saying, I have a room, I have this room, this is my room number, this is my bed, whatever. So please, we are cautioning the public, if it is not something you got online, etc., make sure that it is authentic. Don't just receive any letter. Come to the university and find out before you pay anything. And those students and other individuals who are trying to defraud the students, they should also be wary, because we are coming at them.
All right, so there you have it. The university is justifying the need for an increase in the fees that they are putting up for the traditional halls. Now, Larry, let me start with you on this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are bits and pieces of different things that jump out in this story to you.
Yeah, they do.
What are some of those?
It's a state of disorder.
Explain.
A state of anomy.
Explain.
Okay, where you, if in any well-structured society, okay, you finish secondary school, or I mean your educational whatever trajectory is well defined, okay.
Yeah.
You know that crèche, nursery, and then primary school. From primary school to JSS. Forget me if I'm saying forgive me if I'm saying JSS, and then from JSS to SSS, from SSS to university.
Yeah.
Okay, and some of these things are supposed to be seamless.
Yeah.
And you apply, you've gotten admission, okay, depending on the course you want to read. So everything is well done for you. You pay the required fees and so on. You have accommodation, for you to learn, so that the country, you become part and parcel of the country's next, let's say, job, human resources.
Yes.
But see, from you, let's even limit ourselves to what's happening with free SHS. No accommodation for students. Food is becoming an issue. So many other things.
Yeah.
Then all that is done, and then you go to university.
Yeah.
And I'll see the pictures that we just saw.
Yeah.
Parents looking so dejected.
Stranded. Dejected, yeah.
Moving from wherever to wherever. The school authorities are telling us that, something, if anybody has collected money from you online, we don't have anything to do about that.
Another fraud.
We don't have anything to do about. And vows that, listen, we'll get them. I know, and they get to them.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
I mean, what are the structures that have been put in
And
place?
I'm sure that has even come into the story we read of the 124.
No, this is part of, it's a
it's
cyber thing.
Cyber fraud, yeah.
Cyber fraud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then, now, see the University of Ghana, the lands that the University of Ghana has, that today is renting it out to one person or the other, and you don't know whatever others are even encroaching on it.
Yeah.
And we are saying that we can't have a structure that puts in place some very good hostel facilities for students to just pay for and occupy, such that now they have what they call initially it was in, out, in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's in, out.
Out. Gone.
You get it?
Yeah, please wrap it up for me.
Then, as if that is not enough, so the out, it's an attack on residential facilities around, let's say, the Mimpasem, North Legon,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
Domi,
Westlands
and
and so on.
Westlands
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
And you know what it means to private individuals who are not students.
It's Cocoa
You
season.
are competing
Yes.
for a residential facility with students
Yes.
who are willing to pay more because they are desperate. Their parents want them to go and study
Yeah.
and become a better individual.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a state which is not planning, a Ministry of Education or policymakers who are not developing any serious thing around all that, and you think we have other...
Elvis, quick bite on this one.
See, I say in this country, when you appoint people to offices, they enjoy the largesse of the office. But the smart thinking that sometimes needed to do some of this, we don't see it in many of the institutions. MTN sponsored me to South Africa for Highway Africa. It's like the tech forum for Africa technology. And when we went there, we looked for accommodation. What did we find accommodation? Rhode Island University. That's over 100 years old university in South Africa. what happens on campus is that everything on the campus is done by students. Everything on the campus is done by, from driving to cleaning to everything on campus is done by students. They are paid but not paid like you are hiring people from outside.
Yeah, of course.
But what they've done is that when the school is on vacation, the buildings, the hostels they just don't lock them up. They become like mini guest houses that when anybody comes around and is stranded in a place to sleep, they rent and pay money to the university to sleep there.
That's beautiful, huh?
And I ask myself that Legon that is here with all the facilities. If Legon is on vacation, long vacation for 3 months, they lock all the buildings and the windows and they stay 3 months and they come back to school. Are we saying that Legon couldn't have utilized those to raise money? There are a lot of people in Accra who even need a place to sleep. Many people come to Accra and they need a place to sleep. They can't. If he knows that if I come to Accra and I couldn't go back and I need an affordable place to sleep, I can just go to Legon and get a Legon hostel to sleep overnight and go and pay maybe 50 cedis or 100 cedis instead of going to a guest house where I go pay 300 cedis a night.
And you know, Ghanaian hotel fee bills are very expensive. Right?
Do you know how much money the university will raise from that? I ask myself, why should universities go on vacation for 2 months, 3 months, and the buildings are locked? We are not being smart thinkers in the offices we are put. We need to be trying things that can really sustain. I was telling somebody, you go to Circle, you go to Medina, you see these young tech boys into mobile phone repairs and this thing. Is there no investor can say, I'm teaming up with maybe a Silicon Valley company to develop a curricula that when Legon is on break for 3 months, these guys are brought in to be trained and certified as professionals that they can get job anywhere else and they will pay for it, for that service. Or government cannot finance this. Look, we are giving Legon 100 million to take care of, and then every year, train maybe 10,000 of these guys within the 4 months. They are giving a world-class certification that now is not only a roadside mobile phone repairer at Circle, but now it's been certified as a professional that whatever his services are needed over the world, this guy can do. We are really not thinking about smart ways of getting to use facilities that. How can Legon close for 3 months? And if I'm in a crash, I can't go and sleep in Legon hostel and pay 50 or 100 cedis. And now we close the place down for 3 months, and we say the cost of maintaining the place is expensive, so students should pay more. But if within that 3 months you have raised maybe 100 million or 50 million revenue by renting it out as sleeping places, and by the time the students come, you've made some good money. Would you be raising the fees for the students? But you lock it up, and for 3 months the students pay more. I think that we should begin to look at this thing. We are wasting a lot. Ghana will be spending money to strain a lot of public investment and then lock the place up.
Thank you very much.
Can't we do these things?
Thank you very much, Elvis. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Unfortunately, we run out of time. Elvis Darko, editor for the Finder newspaper, as well as newscenter.com. Larry Alas Dogwe, editor for the Herald newspaper. This has been the news review segment here on Breakfast Daily.